again. It is I, Shredder Death Star Valentine, back on YouTube for the first time in a very long while. Sorry about the audio hiccups. I had to figure out how to configure my audio settings again because it says since OBS updated, I haven't really configured the YouTube side of things to my defaults, my own caster and stuff, unfortunately. And I just remember that now as I was starting stream that the audio stays reset whenever it updates. Whoops. But yeah, anywho, so yeah, I need to go and change that setting real quick, but now we're good. So, anywho, it's been a while since I streamed here on YouTube. But that is because of a couple of things. Mainly, number one, I did figure out the whole spontaneous logout issue I have on VRChat sometimes. That's because my connection. You see, it spontaneously will boot you out of the system, and whatever your internet goes out, and very oftentimes I have to completely go in and reset everything. I have to go in and completely, or rather, what I have to go in and do is log back in again afterwards. So yeah, it's purely my internet that's causing that issue. And number two, apparently, another thing that I discovered, or rather what's been happening is that my modem, it started to fail really, really bad recently. And recently, it's been getting to the point where, everything just doesn't work, and oftentimes I will have to like reset multiple times in a row just to get to like connect and stay stable. In fact, so everything just started basically failing, and my modem is now pretty much dead altogether, and it's not in a good spot. So yeah. But anywho, today we are going to be streaming VRChat. Obviously, as you can tell by the title. And mainly we're going to be streaming two worlds that I found here. One is the Willamette Mall, and the other is there are a couple other worlds I want to check out, but the Willamette Mall is gonna be the main attraction, I guess you could say, for today. Just because that one is really, really cool. Oh my god, there's there's a lot of good stuff about that one. As I'm gonna show you in a minute. But anywho, some housekeeping stuff before we actually get to stream here. Because I have an RSG36 modem with an Intel Puma 6 chipset, my stream hiccups are a very common occurrence for me, and that is just entirely due to the fact that the chip just overheats so frequently that it causes like thermal throttling. Sometimes I will have like entire lockups because it'll just overheat and just cook itself to the point where it just cannot function. And yeah, and I do try and mitigate that most of the time by resetting the modem, but it's really hard, and it's just a hardware issue with the modem altogether. And as such, I cannot entirely, like, mitigate it, so, yeah. Yeah, without further ado, let's actually go here. Now, I did boot up VRChat with the, connection, with the actual, like, window hidden, because, I wasn't sure that it would like boot up where it literally just logged me out instantly or something, and it would have to re-enter my password. Yeah, the joys of living with a broken modem with a defective chipset that is known to overheat. So terrible. Alright, let's actually get going here. Oh yeah, the other one is Frame of Reference, and then there's Palm Plaza Mall. But Palm Plaza Mall, I might save for like a collab soon. And I don't mean a collab with our streamers, I mean a collab with some of my friends on VRC. If I can get them to join a stream, that is. A lot of them get on very late. Not a lot of them are active during hours in which I normally stream. Sorry, I needed to clear my throat there. So last time I tried to, I didn't get to fully explore this map because last time I tried, my modem crapped out entirely. And here's the thing about when my modem craps out. It just completely just is that it will completely just lock up for my computers, for my mom's laptop, and everything else, and yet everything else in the the living room won't be affected. So yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there. But then again, a lot of stuff in the living room like uses wired connections, so that might be it too. But yeah, I don't know what's going on, to be honest, half the time. And also, Willamette Mall, by the way, is, I believe... Hang on. It is a direct port from the actual Willamette Mall from Dead Rising. If you want to know any of like the technical details of the map. So in other words, it's not like a faithful recreation or anything. It's literally just a direct port, which not sure how that's done, given how Dead Rising, like most Capcom games, uses a special internal engine that probably has its own like standards for stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just not gonna think about it, I guess. But yeah, so and Dead Rising is a series that I know absolutely just frick all about. So if anyone could help me out, and give me some information here, then I'd be pretty alright with that. And well, frick all about except for like the limited information I got from the librarian's video on this, which is actually I found out about this map was directly from him. I watch his videos a lot when I'm not streaming, and he makes very good content. Love him. But yeah, so let's actually go here. Says to read. Hey. Ooh, programming. Yes. Strike. Which imagine are labor strikes, not like Apex Legends airstrikes. And I have no idea if any of this is DMCA or not. I'm imagining it's not. Well, because this is a game port, so I'm imagining it's OST from the game, and thus not DMCA protected, at least to the extent where you can't use it on stream. Because all stuff owned by big corporations is some form of DMCA protected, but it's not. But video game music is allowed to be played on stream only because it's the rights are set up in a way that allow that to happen, basically. Can't really see what brand of computer that is. Models look really good though. Yeah, no thanks. Ooh. Hey, Skull. Hey. Oh, is he a fox too? Oh, he is. Holy crap. I just met our fox in this mall. Well, a cardboard cutout one, but, Not bad, though. Not bad. Bob case. Hampers. Imagining that none of these are real, like, album covers. Or that's what I'm thinking anyway. Oh yeah, and stream might cut out momentarily just because my modem is not working at all right now. So yeah. Sorry about that. I am trying to get a replacement very soon. It's just expensive as shit. And apparently, from what I've heard about this sports store, by the way, you can actually find a Survivor back here in the game, in the actual game, not in the the VRChat Unity port of it, but in the actual title. And you can actually lead into safety, which, by the way, is kind of the point of that Rising is finding survivors and leading them to safety. I know that from Librarian's video. The information I have from there. Which, having not watched any real gameplay of it, is pretty much what I'm using for reference as far as like the game itself is concerned. Jewelry there. Not bad, not bad. Willamette Parkview Mall. Yep, that's where we are. The banners are fancy. And by the way, a lot of the malls here are just excellent malls, by the way. Which, really is saying something for this game, considering that this is like an early to mid PlayStation 2 title if I remember correctly, like I don't remember when it was released, like around like 2005 maybe, 6, something around those times. So yeah, mid PlayStation 2, I guess you could say. And it still holds up beautifully today for the most part. Our bookstore. Which, by the way, fun fact about the books in this game. They can actually be used for upgrades. And by that I of course mean in Dead Rising itself, not the VRChat version. But yeah, they can actually be used for like upgrades. Like you could upgrade your strength, agility, or some new attack moves, some combos, all that sort of stuff. Just from reading some books. Really, really quite an inventive way of upgrading. One that you didn't expect too. Hang on. There we go. Wait a minute. Move over. There we go. And that way, but we aren't gonna check down there yet. Only because that place has a kind of like a special like significance to it. Which we'll get to shortly. And once again, my current viewers counter is not showing the right count again. That has to be my internet. There is no other way. We got Shoekins, which is of course a shoe store. You can't actually buy anything here, even in the game. And by the way, this part of the game was actually kind of like the safe zone. Like no zombies would ever spawn here. You're pretty much safe for the most part. Yeah, this is where you would bring these survivors. Then go back to our parts to fetch more of them. Child's Play, that is a toy store. With what appears to be a reference to Capcom intellectual property of some sort. If anyone knows what series this is that it's referencing, then yeah, please let me know. But I do know that it's like some kind of like a Capcom thing, because this game is made by Capcom. Obviously. Damn. And this is a music store. Remember back when they had like these old like DVDs or CDs you used to buy and listen to music that way? Hell, even games came on them at one point for like the PlayStation and stuff. But yeah, this is how you listen to music. You know, you got a DVD, you put in your DVD player, your computer, whatever you had to play CD rather, CD, but then you put it in your DVD player or whatever you have, and then play music that way. Damn, I feel old. I feel old just talking about it, to be honest. Yeah, that's the connection delay issue. This place is amazing. So look at this. Absolutely incredible. I mean, it's not as incredible as, like, you know, Organism. Like, Organism... But that's because Organism, you know, they're using much more modern graphics because it's made completely from the ground up and not a port off of an older engine into an older proprietary engine, I might add, into Unity, even though Unity is proprietary and technically owned by Microsoft, I believe. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, Unity has an open license, and Capcom's engines are Capcom only. That's the main difference. Some Spire balls, some jerseys. Monsters, machine guns, and most dangerous. That's very on the nose. Given what this game's about, to be honest. Weird art. I believe this is like a clothing place. Doesn't show the name though. I don't know. Maybe they just forgot. Like, because this one has its name. Sport Trance. This jewelry shop has its name. This place even has its name. And it's a women's fashion store. The coffee shop. See, I think that whoever poured this map just forgot the name. And then just didn't go back and fix it. For whatever reason. Oh yeah. Here's their music shop. Entertainment aisle. CD and DVD headquarters. I don't know, man. You compete with a lot of business there. Wouldn't quite call you the headquarters. Cinemas. There's a Mighty Mouse guy. And then Tiki. I might have to use a taller avatar. So yeah, I'm gonna set the BRB screen only because I'm not sure if everything on the avatar screen is gonna be like able to be shown. Because some of the pics I use for them are kind of questionable. Or rather, that came with the avatars themselves, but you know. Hey, not so sure about that one. Okay, we might be using this. Just because I just simply don't have any better. No, that's not taller. Damn it. Well, if all else fails, we might as well just fall back on Wolfie Wise. Yeah, that's gonna work for now. Hey, you know, it's not the ideal solution, but it will work. At least for now, anyway. Just simply because I do not have any other better options for taller avatars, unfortunately, so... Says some, chocolate. Cookies. Always hesitated there for a minute, and then I realized that this is YouTube, not Twitch. You can... So you're not banned from saying cracker and cookie. Well, you are on Twitch. Yeah, Twitch is ridiculous with what they ban, by the way. It's actually insane. Yeah, we're gonna switch back. I don't really like this one. I wish I had something that was like kind of between like a rendo and wrong screen. I really wish I had something that was like in between like a like an operator one, like a rendo, and like a big tall guy. Well, because they really don't have anything much in between them. Unfortunately, like you know, I only have like this short little rendo, and they have a bunch of really big malls that could barely fit in most worlds. So yeah. Let's see here. Where are we going next? Actually, I do know where to go next. That'd be right here. Leisure Park. Again, I have no idea if any of this music is like DMCA. I imagine it's not, but... I don't know. Here's a photography place. Whoa. Those camera models are actually pretty good, considering the PlayStation 2's technical limitations. Because, you know, the PlayStation 2, it was released at an era where consoles were not nearly as powerful as they are now. Because modern day consoles are just, they are practically PCs. Well, not exactly, but they are practically as powerful anyway. Is this little area here? Ew. Over here. Well, actually, in the original game, there was a boss in here. Again, according to the research I've done on the game, because I've never played Dead Rising before. There was like a really nasty boss in here. You had to fight, which is why there's all the blood. Which, by the way, came off that boss you had to fight. So yeah. This part here is largely unfinished. Hang on, do those ropes look like... Oh, hell. Crispy critters. Crispy critters. Those are indeed what I think they are. Yikes. Skylight. Which, by the way, I'm not so sure if those skylight effects are from the original game or if they are like using modern Unity effects. They look pretty modern to me. But then again, I've seen some visuals in like old PlayStation 2 titles that can be like pretty insane. So PlayStation 2 is pretty ridiculous with some of the stuff it could pull off. Even for the time. Or especially for the time. So I'd be too surprised if it was like an actual like effect that was in the game itself. Guess this is like a newer part of the mall they just never constructed before all hell broke loose. The bathroom's back there. Men's room. It's the ladies' room. Not gonna go in the ladies' room, obviously, because I am not a lady. Authorized personnel only. And when you see an authorized personnel only sign, you know it's important. Or something back there is important. Usually something they're covering up or something like that. Let's see here. There we go. Oh yeah, right there. Yeah. CD Crazy. What's CD store doing all the way back here in the middle of nowhere? Especially considering that pretty much all the art stores back here have been mostly shut down. Either that or just never built. I'm not sure. Seance food stuff, that, So, that one, as far as I know, that, Seance food, is, known for containing a pretty, heavy boss that you have to defeat, like... Sorry, that one or gun store. Yeah, but I don't know which one, but one of these has a pretty crazy boss in it. And, oh. What the? The mirror. There I am. La 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 la. Hey. Alright, enough goofing about with a mirror. Small pharmacy there. And once again, my view count is off. It's got to be my internet. It just simply has to be. There I am again. Yeah, but this one had a pretty ridiculous boss in it, and yeah, very hard to defeat. Here's the sword shop. Containing over 900 swords and knives and various other cutlery equipment. Wild goose. I guess it's like a pun, like you know how sometimes you get sent on wild goose chases. Yeah. Yeah, I kinda get the joke there. Wild goose chase, yeah, I kinda get it. If the issues persist, I will just restart stream. I mean, I can do that. Just because I know that there's like a bit of like a delay issue happening. I just simply do my modem, and that I can't really help that. Sorry. Alright. Yeah, the whole concurrent viewer loss thing, that is my modem. There is no way, our way to describe it. That's an issue with the modem again. And then Wonderland Plaza, which we'll be going down there soon, but now I do want to check out one more area of interest here, if I could find it. I don't think I can. These move at all? Nope. Oh, why, but my bitrate seems to be a lot lower on YouTube, but I think that's just because YouTube uses a bit of like weird post-processing and upscaling server, I guess. I don't know. And here we are in Wonderland Plaza, where, as you can see here, we meet Big Bunny with the name Willamette on it. I think that might be, actually, Willamette. I think Willamette might be the name of the bunny as well. I don't know. Again, I'm not so sure, but that's what I'm thinking anyway. Just based on what I've seen. And how much that bunny is kind of referenced to Willamette. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. Glasses shop, not really much to see there. And this place in particular, as far as I know, based on what, on the research I've done, this place is particularly known for having a high spawn rate of enemies. Like, we're talking like just hordes upon hordes of zombies here. Or at least that's what that's what it appeared to be from my research. Again, you know, my knowledge of this game is pretty hand wavy, and a lot of it's just basically just weird mystical voodoo to me. Yeah. Because I barely researched anything other than like the very basic information that a librarian gave me in his video. So yeah. But yeah, this one is particularly known for having being pretty infested. Hang on. I did notice something. Check that out. Now that's actually standing. That's a little odd, ain't it? For there to already be advertisements that people looking like they're obviously not in a good state, and then all of a sudden a huge zombie outbreak happens. Kind of weird. Kind of indicates that they might have been doing something ahead of time that was not so great that led up to all this. Or that's what I am thinking anyway. Again, I don't think the outbreak was ever really explained in the war, but yeah. But again, I don't really know too much about this game either, so take pretty much everything I say about Dead Rising with a galaxy-sized grain of salt. A little bit of warp texture, so whatever program they were using to like rip the mall and import it wasn't 100% perfect, unfortunately. And this one is also known for having a very disturbing boss fight in that there'd be actually a guy in I laugh a bit as I say this with the straightest face possible, but there would be a guy in clown makeup standing here, and he would be holding 2 chainsaws. And he'd have a survivor spinning around on this ride, and you have to fight him. And after you beat him, he drops chainsaws, and you pretty much And yeah, that's basically how the fight ends. And then you have to stop the ride and rescue the survivor. But let's actually try to ride this thing. Huh, it actually works. Yeah, we can actually experience this in first person. Nice. Not bad. Not bad at all. It's a little underwhelming, I will admit, though, the ride. Then again, you know, it basically never didn't look like anything too spectacular anyway, so shouldn't be too surprised. That's the case. There's mall. Nope, everything's good. I'm a little bit paranoid about having to reset my mall after a few issues with organism, because organism would sometimes actually break my mall if I sat in some of the chairs, and I have to completely reset it. So yeah. But it seems to be just fine for now. So I'm guessing it's some with the organism itself that's the issue. Home runners. Baseball bats. Memorabilia for what I imagine is a fictional baseball team. Or yeah, it would have to be fictional. Because the licensing for an actual like baseball team to get their stuff in here would be a legal nightmare. Plus, imagine the royalties. Though, you know, Capcom could easily afford them. I mean, they have like billions of dollars, so obviously they could easily afford them. So there's more intellectual property that's stopping them from using it than anything else. And one thing I will say about the lighting in this map is that for a map that primarily uses base shadows, because full real-time lighting in video games back in obviously, because, you know, full real-time lighting for video games back in like 2005 was like a unicorn. You almost never saw it, except on like just some titles. This was really good. But then keep it keep in mind that this is like an early 2000s or mid 2000s game, so that was meant for the PlayStation 2, and it's about mid PS2 era-ish. So yeah, this looks very good, especially when you consider the time period it was made in. Let's see here. It's a food court. Which, the food court is actually pretty cool. Pretty cool little area here. We got Central Tacos, we got Dark Bean, we got Meaty's Burgers, we got Frozen Dreams, Jade Paradise, Reese's oven. And Wild Rain. Oh, that might actually not be a shop. That might actually just be part of the aesthetic. We got a whole wild range of food to choose from, I guess. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Miners, well. That could have a very dark path. Yikes. But anywho, yeah, and then there's, what else around here? Pretty much it. Oh yeah, and also the sign has high noon right on it, like McCree, even though I don't think that's his name anymore because of the whole thing about Activision's one of their board of directors that I'm not gonna get involved in and not gonna talk about. Actually, a lot of their board of directors were pretty scummy people. That's beside the point. Let's see right here. Got a gem. Nice. Yeah, 2005, or, oh wait a minute, that would be 2006. Yeah, 2006, Champions Carnival. So this actually came out in 2006. So it's not too far off with my estimates. Not too far off. But still makes it a very mid PlayStation 2 title. So yeah. Actually, no. I think that like 2006 is more like, because PS3 came out in 2008, so this has to be more of like a later PlayStation 2 title, I guess. Just sort of thought about that. Some more movie posters. Well, what? One's that for a Children's Castle, which I think might be a movie, or no, that's actually the place we just went. Damn it. And then the advertisement for that coffee shop we saw back there. And know about the area itself. This was actually like the most zombie infested part of the entire mall in the game. Like, you would only ever want to enter here if you absolutely had to. And you would not want to bring any survivors through here. You would want to use a different route. And if you absolutely had to bring a survivor through here, it was very difficult for you to actually make it through and survive with them. Like usually you would not actually be able to accomplish that. We got hamburger fiefdom. Ah, that's like Burger King. Ah, but it's a royalty-free, non-copyrighted version of Burger King. And then right back to the entrance plaza we go. Which, before we go on to the next map, I do want to take a note to talk a bit about some things that this shares a lot with other Capcom games, and is that texture supposed to look like that? I don't know. You know what, yeah, just don't worry about it, I guess. But yeah, I do want to talk about some things that this game does share with other Capcom games. Number one, its first-person combat is, or at least from what I've heard, pretty good. By pretty good, I mean absolutely awesome. And number two, it also features Capcom's pretty campy, I guess you could say, cheesy humor and writing. A lot of which tends to be pretty on the nose at times. For instance, if we go to the sports shop here, in the closet, which might be a reference to several things, but might be because of the guy, the survivor, being actually in the closet. And also, of course, features their usual writing styles as well. That they pretty much nailed down by that point. Like it was, like they really gotten their style down to a science by then. It also does, and also of course the references to other Capcom media, like the little Barry guys I showed you earlier. Which if anyone knows what that's from, please and please leave a comment down below. It would really help a whole lot. The distinguished gentleman. I am a distinguished gentleman of culture myself. Take that for what you will. Refined beauty and style. Refined class. Fancy dresses. Some cool outfits, skirts. So yeah, what do you think about this map overall? Well, for direct port, this is certainly a very, very solid map. It looks absolutely insane. Well, not insane, but it does look absolutely just gorgeous. Yeah, especially when you consider that this was in 2006 that this game was released. And PC graphics were far ahead of console graphics at the time. Like it wasn't even like comparable. And so yeah, this for consoles at the time was just incredible. And just jaw dropping. Like absolutely just positively insane. For, consoles at the time. Ye old toy box. The ye old toy box. Such wonderful, wonderful toys. Alright. But yeah, overall, this is a pretty good map. I definitely recommend it to anyone who wants to try it out. And it's especially good for like a hangout, and just like chatting And if you really want a place that has like a lot of friends, you could take where you could have like a lot of friends and stuff, then yeah, this is definitely a place for you. Overall, there's just one good map, and it's pretty awesome. I mean, there are a few design mistakes, which I did fail to mention earlier. Was that but like for instance, number one, apparently when they ported it over, they didn't port the back of the cinema's entryway over. So the back of the entryway has no faces or textures, so it's basically just see through. But you know that's just more an issue on the on the person porting its part, not so much an issue on the actual like developers themselves. And number two, another key issue is that occasionally is that some of the textures are actually warped. And again, that might just be whatever porting program they're using. That's my theory on it, and seems to hold up. Especially when you consider that this was ported directly from the game. So I'm guessing that from which, by the way, the game used a proprietary game engine that was not, it was not in any way similar to Unity. So I'm guessing that might have something to do with it as well. Is that the whatever engine it was using, that Capcom used internally at the time, they handled UVs differently in that engine than Unity does in theirs. And I believe that might still be the case even today, because some newer maps even still have texture warping and blurring issues on when port from Capcom games. So I think that just might be the older engine they're using, which by the way was named MT Framework. So yeah, and I just remember that now, by the way. So but other than that, this is a fantastic map, and I definitely check it out again. All right, on to the next one. Friends Plus. Hey, by the way, they actually shrunk the player count you could have on this map now. Frame of Reference used to have a lot bigger player count. Like you could have up to like 4 people at a time. Like sometimes even like 10 people. Maybe. I actually no. I think the maximum was only 8. I don't quote me on that. Again, I haven't really checked it out before. Now, so I don't know what revisions were made to this map exactly, but I do know that the player count was shrunk. Because in all previous streams I've watched before with this map, they had a lot more people on it. Visualize the world. This is gonna take forever because my internet sucks. Almost done. Alright, mid 4. Yep, so in other words, it was a maximum of 4 at one point, then they switched it to 2. It's actually kind of what I thought. Not sure why why they shrunk it to only 2 though? That was a little. That was a little weird. Weird decision on their part, but. Eh.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of everyone at the Haunted Kingdom, thank you for joining us today. We hope that your journey with us has created memories that will last a lifetime. Our park is now closed for the evening. Have a safe trip home. Thank you and good night.
Hi there. Damn it. Gotta do late. Hang on a minute. It's over there. Also, I wanted to. Also, I also wanted to try again at actually like exploring the epilogue backstory of the lore today as well. Only because last time my modem just completely just started basically crapping out to the point of not really getting in the way of my stream, but causing me to lose connection on VRC. And yeah, I took down that VOD because, you know, because I had that issue. Eh. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna try again later on and try like actually explore. Epilogue again and actually go over the story. Eh, seems like we're going to some kind of lab of some sort. Oh, it is though. Not sure. Not sure. High voltage? That sounds like my thing. Must be something pretty cool. Ooh. What's this? Actually, I have played this before, so I do know what it is. It appears to be some kind of big portal gun. A really big version of the portal gun you wield in Portal 2 to give you or Portal 1. Both portals, to give you an idea. Yeah, that's a better way of saying it. Both Portal 1 and 2. And apparently, yeah, whenever you pull it, it will fire a beam that will generate a door. And when you click on the door, some really interesting stuff starts to happen. But let's pull the lever, crank. Here goes nothing. Boom. Wonder. Huh? What's in here? Oh crap, it's gonna be copyright music, isn't it? Yep, it's DMCA. Sorry about that. I just now realized that some of the music and this particular map is DMCA, so I've turned down. bad, not bad. Ah! Ah! Hello there. And I have no idea how they set any of this up in this world. I'm imagining that they're either using, like, they're, like, teleporting you to different parts of the world, but then again, if that was true, the case then, or rather teleporting you to different instances of the room with the doors inside them, but if that were the case, then how would they manage to, like, track your motion? I mean, that is the thing, like, you can, like, save your, like position when you are teleported, but a lot of the maps that do implement teleporting like that, they don't do it for some reason. Yeah, go figure. But, So I really don't know how any of this works. You've been Saturn? I've been Saturn. Let's see what's in here. What the? Oh, it's Beetlejuice. Yeah, that's a Beetlejuice reference. And also, one of the worlds which is exactly why I turned down the uh-oh. Here we go. And over the door. What the? Oh, they tried? Yeah? Yeah, they do. Imagine that's not using, like, that's using, like, some kind of, like, weird height map based on what I'm seeing. All in all, the really cool world with, like, really impressive technology. I watched enough Star Wars to know where this is from. In fact, when I was little, I was a really big Star Wars fan. Oh, crap. Uh-oh, it's Darth Vader. Yep, it's him. That did not feel very good. Alright. Again. As noticed too, it does get more and more damage as you go throughout it. So it does indicate that this might be a case of, like, it teleporting certain parts of the map. Oh crap. Oh crap. I like using some, like, inventive, like, technology like that. What the? Hello? No. Oh, no. This is one of the most terrifying scenes in, like, movie history. Yep, it's that from The Shining. Yep. Alright then, yeah. Yeah, that was terrifying. Eh? Ah! Hello? Hey. Oh yeah, Monsters Inc. And this is gonna be a hell of DMCA, so... Yeah, this is another good reason I turned the sound all the way down. Alright. Now then. Fire away. Big portal. Oh, fanky at times. And... Ah. There we go. It was just me being stupid. Knock knock. Ah, it's just a little gnome guy. I believe from Half-Life 2, by the way. If I'm not mistaken. Stretch. Ah! Hey, it's Courage. Courage the Cowardly Dog. Ah! And Freaky Fred. Alright, here we go. Full power. Hey. What the? Good in theory, but absolute nightmare to work with in practice. Eh. Well, that goal. Whoa. It's a dragon. Yep, that is a dragon. Hi. Oh then. Alright, then this might be... I think it's either second to last or last. I'm not so sure. Yeah, it's the last one. Yep, it is the last one, and holy crap, my frames. And right where we started off. Here we are. Yeah, that map is that world has long been a bit of a that's been a long favorite for me to watch other people play. It's a really good map, really fun, and very cool. I mean, I'm not so sure what tech they're using to be honest here, but I'm imagining it's some pretty advanced stuff with how much they've managed to like basically get to the point where it basically like one where the effects are basically seamlessly integrated, and two, each of the doors can actually lead to like weird stuff like you could actually view inside and have like little things come out. Like it's really neat. And it's kind of like that elevator world I played a while back. I believe on one of my earlier streams. Yeah, it was it was about the stream that actually had the tech issue. The one where I had to where my internet crashed and it logged me off. So yeah, it's really good, but yeah. So what I'll do now is I am actually going to. So what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna go back to the home world real quick, and I'm going to you see, because a lot of times what I have to do is I have to routinely clear cache because I only have a fixed amount of RAM. Like I only have like so much RAM. It's only like about like 16 gigs. Yeah, 16 gigs. So yeah, so because of that, I need to regularly clear my games cache side, content cache. Yeah, content cache. Just to like keep performance up and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna go real quickly just do that. Clear my content cache and I'm going to basically restart the game. However, I will also take this time to use the bathroom real quick. I kind of need to go right now. So yeah, so I'll be right back, and it won't take too long. Guess who's back again. Alright, I'm back. As I announced. Anywho. Let's now reopen VRChat. I am gonna have to switch to BRB screen real quick. Just in case I have like any login issues. Actually, you know what? I am actually going to... I just thought of a better idea. I am going to actually stay at the login screen until we get to the world. Or I mean the BRB screen until I get into the epilogue. Been a little bit scatterbrained today. There's some stuff going on. But I'll leave that for another thing, another time. As to what's kind of bugging me. But if any of you keep up with the news, you probably can figure out what it is. Let's be fair. Alright. Oh, not organism. We want epilogue. Yeah. Here we go. Gameplay. Yeah, I always thought that the menu music's pretty nice in this game. Not gonna lie. And yeah, I know that harassment's bad. You don't have to remind me. I know to be a nice person. So yeah, what happened? What happened to the actual like lore overview of this world is that towards the end, I started having some modem issues, and the internet issues eventually led to VRChat logging me out, and so I basically had to log back in again. But now, now I can actually like do this without any of these same issues here. So yeah, and actually like go over the lore. See here, the entire state seems to be moving. It's us that's moving, I'm not sure. will be relevant later, or might be. Comets. Oh yeah, the TV stag from the original map. Of course, Charrier, which Chair's in the game, and yeah, Chair's in the original organism. Yeah, they caused some issues with my malls, so I'm not gonna sit in them. But December, January, February. What happened on the 9th? I'm guessing now is like the year of whoever this mysterious guy with a hat is. The year of his, or like the day of his birth. Date of birth, rather. So I'm thinking it's like, you know, where his story kind of starts. And, warning sign here. Large boot. Their TV. Which, aside from the obvious symbolism of, you know, large feet, this might actually, like, symbolize, like, he had, like, big shoes to grow into. Or something of that nature. That's why I always kind of theorized it was. Stack. Some weird fish thingies on side here. Sure what that is. There's the eye. And there's Snowman. That actually does look like him. He's meant to anyway. Back here again. Now, real quickly, I do want to go over some things. So, as I pointed out during my first lore review of this, this temple might symbolize how it basically might basically symbolize the guy who or rather the man that had fedora might be the guy who basically was like the scientist or son that was basically responsible for all the stuff that happened in the organism and for why the world was as messed up as it was in that world. And this might be like his origin story basically almost, or at least that's what I've gotten from it generally, is that might be the case. I'm not sure though. Some lights there. Oh yeah, and then there's the train from the first map. And also used quite a bit near too. The beds. Oh, what's up here? Can you climb up there? No. No, you can't. And I'm not going to try to fly up there either. The egg, which again is graphical artifacty because of the fact that I have to use a GTX 1060, and that's around the lowest settings over guessing that symbolizes like that he was like born, basically. And this might be like him growing up in the neighborhood he grew up in. They started from pretty like humble beginnings. And then, yep. And he basically went to, I think, like, as far as I could tell, the weird guy with the fedora, he then, of course, got, like, went to, like, college or something, like, an actual, like, education. And, while I was there, he then, of course, happened upon a discovery. Discovery that would eventually not only eventually lead to what happened in organism, basically, but also lead to many scientific breakthroughs as well. This map looks absolutely gorgeous. Not even kidding. This one of the best looking maps of all time. This pigeon. Wait, so pigeon might be like symbolic of something. I'm guessing that's like symbolism for like I don't know, for I'm not quite sure what. But. Actually, I do kind of, but I will discuss that later. Huh. That was pretty interesting. And also, I do like organism a bit better than this, to be honest. Only because organism, despite being a shorter map, also has a lot more content. Or rather, shorter and less content, but it has more my style, like the kind of weird, dreamcore-y, cyberpunky kind of aesthetic. That's more my thing. And that's what Organism managed to really just capture so well. Whereas this is much more down to earth in comparison, and not nearly as weird. Except for these chairs. Council chairs will decide your fate. So yeah, apparently something happened. He basically kind of like dropped out or something, and then got swept up in some underground research of some sort. There's the egg again. Not sure why the egg's there. Kind of strange, but whatever. And then after starting from the bottom, his technology kind of began to be accepted like commonplace. Is basically what I'm seeing from these devices. Like his technology started to be accepted over a lot of the world, and in our little developmental oversight there. Not that bad. And then, of course, there were a few accidents, which is, I believe this might be, Furdu. Their oversight. So yeah, there were like a few accidents, but you know, they weren't really that notable. Or like covered up or something. And then there's the sled. Yep. So actually, no, I might have gotten this backwards. So yeah, crap, I did. Damn it. So yeah, he started out here. He was playing, and then some Rambo. Oh yeah. So yeah, he basically started out and started kind of experimenting. Sometimes my dumb fox brain gets the best of me. But yeah, he kind of started experimenting a bit, and, ooh, over here. Has to be related to that. Yeah. Ah! So yeah, apparently, as they started experimenting, and then a few accidents happened during his experimentation. And, yeah. And that caused the government to take notice a bit. So they basically just removed him and kind of forcibly disappeared him almost. But yeah, it was and but yeah, it was basically transport here. It was evidently, obviously, these chairs must symbolize like some kind of like interrogation. Like he was like questioned as to like you know how he managed to create a device that you know did whatever happened in the accident. I don't know, but yeah. And after that, realizing that they had like potential incentive to get like an actual like full education. Now I got the correct order. Yep. Where he could actually like you know perfect it and like do his experiments safely. I was there, shown by this, and he made a pretty big discovery and his first successful iteration of whatever it was is done, which evidently led to some breakthroughs. This little duck there. There's the anime bear. More bears. What's down here? Oh yeah, it's a little like little area here. That's Big Ben. I think it is anyway. So yeah, he spent Christmas and away from his family, obviously. So I'm not quite sure what's going on here, but. Whoa. This never gets old. No matter how many times I've been through here. Like the fact that they managed to like make not one but two fully moving areas on a map. and have them both right side by side in different directions is it's impressive. It's honestly quite amazing. Like that they even managed to do that. So yeah, obviously it was sent to live somewhere where they could like surveil him. It worked. See some evidence of like some experimentation with an RAG that looks very weird because they don't have a good video card. And then all of a sudden, during one of his tests, he started picking up the weird signals. And intrigued, he begins to look into this further. Here we have the lion, the witch, and or rather, the fox. The fox, the witch, and the incredibly big wardrobe. Yeah, that's better. Hey, there's a little scoop door here. Pretty cool. Not bad at all. There's his moth wings again. That's a big moth. Which, I don't think there were any moths in the original game, or rather in the original map. I don't think there were any anyway. I mean, I will check back there again, eventually, but for now I don't think there were. Here's the train yard. Pretty big place here. See if we can find any like really weird like secrets or lore. I don't know. What is this? There's a guy with a fly's body attached. So yeah, perhaps it. And what I always thought was that this was like alluding to the fact that there was like some weird, weird experimentation going on that like led to like weird bug people being formed. Or some weird, and then we have this doom, 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 doom. This part never gets old. This part will never get old. Ever. We have a clock in a cage, though. What is that supposed to be? Might be indicating that whatever happened, that, like he gained, like, manipulation over time, basically. Almost. Maybe. And, but also managed to like open like portals to like dimensions like hell, or maybe like cause like lots of just stuff to form in the earth, like further accidents, basically, almost. Yeah, I should do these VRChat streams more often, to be honest. You know, it's just so peaceful and relaxing. Like, you know, because you're not constantly like running. running from people or shooting at people like in Apex Legends or any of that. Again, there is a reason why I don't do them as often, and that's just because of my moon being all weird and fussy. It's the year. Follow the tone. Hey, it looks like one of those telephones from the original game, from the original map. Let's see. Yep. Back out of here. I do not like beeping in video games, by the way. Only because, you know, when things start beeping in video games, usually it means you're about to experience like catastrophic failure, or something terrible's coming. So yeah, don't like it one bit. Can't help but wonder if Dr. Moreau like modeled all this himself, only because like, this don't look like your usual terrain. Like, it looks far more modeled and so like it was done Blender then poured over here. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case, to be honest. It was really fantastic, though. Like, really, really fantastic. Oh yeah. Mayor's son over here. Oh. Little benches. They're doing out here. And one more thing I want to note is that apparently, or one thing I do want to note anyway, is that this big clump of grass here actually does look like a nose. Like you can actually see from here. And then we have a little area here. I gotta try it because it might play some DMCA stuff. All aboard the USS Valentine. It's not actually that good. Not that good a ship. So don't board it. But you know, you can if you want. And I always wonder what that device was supposed to be. Like, I don't know if it was like some kind of like weird like containment device or what. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking anyway. The bear sees all. all see a bear. The mirror, they all see a bear. Through which the bear sees all. Or rather, the window of the all see a bear, through which the bear sees all. Using its window, that gives it its all see abilities. And that's where we came. Whoops. And then this here might actually like symbolize like it's like the man in the fedora's like first big time he tried it. Tried this weird pole thing, and obviously it didn't go too well. Ended up blowing up like an old monastery where it was attempted in. That's what I'm thinking happened anyway. Again, I'm not so sure, but that is my general interpretation. Let's see here. What the? That was creepy. Some not so great things were going on here. Oh crap. Yeah, some things are definitely wrong here. That's for sure. So, and I always thought this was pretty interesting, but what this might actually be is symbolizing is that he basically, as research went on, and he became increasingly like like successful after that first little incident there. He basically kind of became like revered almost, worshipped even. However, as symbolized by the trash bags, it was also a lot of success and praise and worship, for lack of a better word. It's based on a lot of like failed experiments and a lot of like accidents and lots of bad stuff as well. Like a lot of people die in testing and various other such stuff. Yeah, this looks so good. I'll never stop talking about this. This map just looks so good. It's really just insane. This might be like some kind of like, it's not related to like weird human experimentation they were doing in relation to their weird stuff. Just got my thought anyway. What's this way? Yep, we've been here before. Let's see. How bad looking see. And what appears to be a large crystalline structure, which I'm guessing is some kind of like shield, like to contain whatever other kind of stuff they were doing here, like in case things went catastrophically wrong, which, as evidenced by organism, they did. But you know, but they were hopeful that they would actually like at least contain it if things went wrong and not screw up the entire world. Which unfortunately that was not the case. Oh boy. Yep, that's that energy sphere is actually made out of the same stack as what was seen previously in organism. So, in other words, basically what this is showing is that is that his technology and research had gotten to the point where he could basically like almost like manifest spheres or like punch holes, I guess you could say, in like the space-time continuum with like no effort at all. And like that's how far he had managed to like make progress on his work. Some kind of like a beeping like indicator for something. Another one. There. And there. Let's see here. And then here's the Coom River. River Gum. Oh, seriously, I think this is coolant of some sort. I mean, you can see the tanks up there, so yeah, this is obviously some kind of like coolant. There's to a cool whatever machine they were doing these experiments with off. Let's see what's up here. Some more of that clicking. That is a big TV. Wait a minute, there's a little painting I want to see up here. Yeah, I think I missed it. But, yeah. This right here. Now, this might be symbolic of two birds play chess, but it might also be symbolic of how he was, basically beginning to kind of get to a point where his powers near godly, and he could like mess around with space and time, and like it could do all sorts of stuff. Like that's what it seems to me, at least. You can actually sit in that, which is strange. Considering it's a chair made of static. Biodome. That's a good movie. A really good movie, but you know. Well, not exactly, but it's still a good movie-ish. Whoa. Let's look at that. Just look at that. That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. So, yeah, what this kind of signals is that, you know, as time went on, he became more powerful and, wealthier, and his company, or whatever, became more powerful. He basically ended up being kind of like ruler of the world, almost. It basically ended up with your unlimited power. To the point where no one could really like dispute him, and like he basically ruled over. Basically, was like they had like everything pretty much. But what cost is the question? Well, that will become pretty obvious soon. I like how it clicks every time you like are hearing a new soundtrack. Like it's almost like a tape playing almost. Give you an idea. It might be like the first prototype of like the portal they built, like the big portal, and it, you know, like the first big big test of it, I guess. There's the fedora coat hung up there. As you can see by even more trash bags, well, the experiments, they, of course, when they went big, the accounts started to pile up a bit. Let's just say. And the casualties rapidly increased. Increased with many people, as you'll see through here, being sent like to hospitals and stuff. Being treated with all sorts of like weird ailments. Has some kind of armor there they're working on, and more armor. It is relevant a bit because if you remember back to the painting in the beginning of the map, you'll see that this looks that there's a red blue object in there that looks kind of like this. So I think there might be some kind of connection there. I'm not so sure. Would be shocked if there was one, to be honest, though. I mean, yeah, I mean, you know, is Dr. Moreau map after all. What's down here? And honestly, you can almost look at the like the degradation as kind of symbolic of the fact that as his experimentation went on, you know, it basically gradually started to cause the world to deteriorate. Like lots of stuff started breaking down, and the entire parts of the world were rendered uninhabitable. All sorts of other stuff. Like, yeah, it's very clear that there was some stuff going on there. And as they tried to achieve that utopia, unfortunately, in the end, they only just ended up, ended up basically destroying the entire world. What the? Actually went outside the light beam this time. There's more of those boats. Like back in the beginning of the, well, not the beginning, but in the train yard. Right through here. There he is. Himself. And he is like basically the final prototype that was like tested. And then was fired up. And well, that is actually what appears to, as you can see here, have basically broken the world. Made what is now epilogue. Chapter 1. To be continued. There's a little code there. And now you just gotta walk across the boot and get back to the original section of the map. Alright, so yeah, that's pretty much it for the stream. Epilogue is a map. It just never ceases to amaze me. Like, you know, you'll always start find new stuff every time you go through. Just truly amazing map. Anywho, let's pretty much just finish it up for a day. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today. I stream. So yeah, I will be on. I might be on either tomorrow or Friday, depending. And I will be on Twitch again. And this coming Super Stream Saturday, I might try something new. I might try a new game or two out. Maybe even try to get Fortnite working. You know, despite my computer's RAM limitations. So yeah, I'm so that's pretty much gonna be it. So and also my next VRChat stream will be on Monday morning, if all goes well. Because there's been a bit of like some controversies going on, and I'm not so sure what they're gonna decide. So if anyone knows what I'm referring to, then you pretty much understand why I'm a little bit hesitant at this moment. But yeah, so yeah, there's just a lot going on right now. So anywho, thank you guys for watching the stream. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, night, year, week, whatever, and I will see you on either tomorrow or Friday. Good night, everyone. Good night, everyone. I will see you either on Saturday or, well, rather either tomorrow or on Friday. Of course, I will see you on Saturday. It's Super Stream Saturday. I always stream on Saturdays now.